NCRP Productions presents Feast of Legends, the Wendy's role-playing game. Order number 4.
Hey everybody, this is Pedro, and welcome back to another episode of Feast of Legends. Woo!
Whoa!
Thank you everybody for following up with that. Hey everybody, let's go ahead and introduce who's going to be playing tonight, starting with you.
Hey, this is Barry. I am running Cranston Tater. Order of the Baconator Fries.
Hi, my name is Mike, and I will be playing Elados de la Tique, Order of the Frosty.
What up, gamers? John here, playing Jules Leotard, Order of the French Fries. Sizzle, sizzle.
Sisses.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
You don't get to say anything. It's supposed to go right past you.
Thank you for supporting me.
This is Sequoia, and I'm running Lady Holsteena, Order of the Baconator.
Once again, I'm sorry. Hey, it's back to me, Pedro, who's going to be the Dave of the evening, running the game. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So, last episode, very fun. You guys made it to Freshtovia. You met up with some more of the Inquisition, one of which was Sergeant Pepper, once known as
Little Pep Pep.
Little Pep Pep. Yes, you also met Inquisitor Jebediah, who led you through the town and led you to the doctor of the area, or in this area, the barber, Barber Brian, who you brought the man who was infected by the freeze to, whereby you got Barber Brian to help you see if you could cure the man, because Holsteena really wanted to see if she can cure the freeze infection. After some trial and error with that, not working at the moment, you were roused from there by Sergeant Pepper. After an encounter with, he has said you should go and see the Queen. After tromping up the steps, you stand before the large gates, large doors that will lead into the Great Hall, where you remember was the Queen's chamber.
Okay.
Yep. Important thing. Last time, the rest of us didn't know, but the Inquisitors had told Jules of writing in the copse of trees they found.
Yes, in the copse of in that little copse in the trees, on the stone there was 4 words: Yo ki ero.
Air and row.
Yes, spelled out 4 separate words. Okay.
Do we have with us outside of this gate? We have an escort. We're carrying the incapacitated Inquisition.
You are carrying the incapacitated Inquisition. Ahead of you went Inquisitor Jebediah to go let the Queen know that you were coming in, and he has come out as he opens the doors just enough for him and several guards with him to come out. There's about 6 behind him. He nods your way and says, "Her Holy Freshness will see you."
Well, if nobody else moves, I'm going to get to the front of the line and go in first.
Okay. Yes?
No.
No?
Second in the line. Called it.
Second in line. Okay. Who's third?
Not it.
Okay, yeah, I'll be third.
Holsteena. Okay. Elados. You are at the back.
I slowly walk behind.
Yes. Now, up front, Cranston, as you go to even open the doors the rest of the way, and you all felt a little bit of it as the doors opened, a warmth come through, this heat. And as you open the door, you are all now blasted with this just wave of warmth and heat and freshness that washes
Smells
over
like
you.
fresh.
And you get all of your favorite smells. It's like smelling everything that a Wendy's has to offer all at once, but independently at the same time.
Juicy meats, juicy toppings.
So it's like the dumpster
I'm gonna
behind
need
the
napkins.
window.
Yes, it's like
All of the aromas at once.
but very nice.
yeah.
Very nice. And fresh. And as you walk in, you see the long, white and blue checkered carpets that lead up to the Queen's throne. Now, it does look a little different than before. Now you remember the beef throne was a simple throne. It was representative of her kind of station, simply made of wood from the French fry forest.
Okay, good. I thought it was made out of beef.
Yes. Now, as you walk in, what you see is there are no more chairs next to where Queen Wendy sits. It is just the beefy throne there now. And as you look at the beefy throne, what you are looking at is a 10-foot tall, much taller throne made from fresh, sizzling beef.
Oh.
On the base of it, it is sitting on what looks like a basket of fresh French fries that are all sizzling. The aroma wafts up and all over from this seat, glistening with juices of only the finest Freshtovian beef. Sitting upon the throne, you see Queen Wendy. As you look at her face, she looks just as if you had seen her yesterday. She has not aged a bit. She still does have the pigtails, as she did before, but now it's as if several pigtails have been spiraled together. Her hair has elongated, and it's very powerful feeling. It's foreboding. Almost like two eyes, extra eyes staring down at you.
Let's just scare away predators.
Yes. She is clad in, first, a elegant and regal royal garment, like a cloak and vestments that just kind of flow down past her legs and kind of drape over the steps. Mm-hmm. It is white and blue stripes. You notice that it is unstained by the beefy juices upon the throne.
This is insane.
You see draped behind her is a cloak made of foil, a foil wrapper, shining and trapping the heat. Both her and the seat are radiating this freshness that now wafts over all of you. All of you... How do you feel about this? So beforehand, there was this ominous like presence of the freshness. You are all feeling it. This is akin to when the first time you can remember biting down into a juicy square burger at a Wendy's restaurant and inn. Jules, how are you feeling?
I'm caught up in the splendor, and I'm slightly afraid, because my assumption here is that if Wendy has needed to become so imposing, then the threat must be very great. So I bow down, I take a knee in reverence, and that's how I feel. I don't feel super great about the situation.
Excellent. And as you all walk in, she sits quietly as you walk up. Holsteena, how do you feel at this moment?
I grew up in the castle, so kind of being around Wendy as a girl and then even as an adult. And so I am very familiar with her and her mannerisms and sort of like the aura she exudes. So seeing this person who sounds like kind of a stranger in front of me is very disquieting. It's not what I expected. It's very jarring. I was already feeling kind of like out of step with this world, and now it feels even worse.
And now, Cranston, how are you feeling at this moment?
I am in awe. The mighty queen still looks ever fresh. And I take one step forward, drop to the knee, bring my head down. My queen.
And now,
My queen.
Elados, as you step closer, that space inside of you where that cold is.
Yes.
It is scared, and it is shrinking slightly. It is sinking to your core, and as far away from the throne as possible, the core and along your back.
I'm not feeling very comfortable in this moment. Everybody else has taken a knee, no? I will begin to kneel, and I will lean to to my friend Jules, and I will say, Jules, it looks as if she has been frozen in time, no?
The power of Queen Wendy cannot be overstated. She looks like, if anything, she's become more
Elados,
formidable.
hush! That's blasphemy! In Freshtovia, nothing is ever frozen.
I bow my head while trying to remain as far away from the throne as possible.
Excellent. So you'll be in line, but maybe a little back from everybody. There is a moment of silence aside from the sizzling of the throne that reverberates around the room. And then Wendy, her holy freshness, speaks. Says, well, it's as if I'm gazing upon you from just the other day. She kind of leans forward. Unbow your heads, my champions. And you see her, as you look up, you'll see that she's trying to look at you all very, very closely.
I will avoid eye contact, if possible.
I will make eye contact if possible.
Yes, you can. As you make eye contact with Queen Wendy, you can feel the presence just kind of like waft over you of her gaze.
Does it feel welcoming? Does it feel like it used to feel? Is there still some semblance of that warmth?
There is. So it still has that feeling of, kindness to it, of that air of courage and confidence that Wendy always had. But based on her tone, you can kind of infer that, I should say, that she's making sure you're you. She seems slightly unsure, or maybe not unsure, but suspicious, dubious.
All right, fantastic. I mean, that makes me feel a little bit better, and I will do whatever it takes to prove that I am worthy of Queen Wendy's trust.
Queen Wendy will rise from the chair and begin walking towards you all. You'll hear the thump of boots beneath the dress. Thump, thump, thump down the steps. And you'll see her eyes, gaze over you, and say, I see you before me. I see that you look like my champions, but, I'm just not sure. And that's something that I haven't been in some time. Now, and she'll be right in front of you. All of you feel her as if you're standing next to a fire. This warmth next to you. And Jules, Cranston, you came in first. Cranston, she will step to you. And she says, you, tell me your name.
My queen, as ever, I am Cranston Tater, the youngest sergeant, Order of the Baconator Fries.
Stand, Cranston.
And I stand. I'm assuming I tower over her.
Yes, you do. However,
I still seem small
you do.
in the presence of such greatness.
Yes. And you will see that she raises a hand. The hand looks the same as before. It's almost glowing from the freshness. But as it touches you, she lifts up and touches your face.
I kind of lean into it a little bit.
Your whole body flashes as if a wave of heat strikes you. You don't move from where you're at, but it feels like it just went through your entire body as if a wall was pushed through you.
The hot and juicy wave has flown over me. I am glad to be back, my queen.
This is Where and so she'll look at you and step back. She's gonna go over to you, Jules. Yes. One hot and juicy wave.
Hot and juicy wave. I just imagined a surfer be like, let's go get some hot and juicy waves. I hope I get a hot and juicy wave from Queen Wendy. Let's see.
So she looks down at you, Jules, and says, "Where is it you have been?"
As you commanded, Great Queen, we faced the Ice Jester in combat. We have been scouting, we have been seeking to purge the land of the freeze.
She'll look down and... Because you're still kneeling, correct? Yes.
If she didn't ask me to rise...
She did not. So she looks down at you as you say that, and she'll says, "What is your name?"
I am Jules Leotard of Knackle.
Rise, Jules.
I rise.
And she'll look you up and down as you rise. And then you see, not as gentle as with Cranston, but she kind of touches the back of her hand to your forehead. And you too will feel the hot and juicy wave pass over you, as if scanning through your body with this heat.
Well, I sure am happy I'm not harboring anything inside of myself that would have been detected by this. I think to myself out of nowhere.
So she will step away from you, Jules, and go over to you, Holsteena. She looks down and says, "You, what is your name?"
Your Grace, it is I, Lady Holsteena.
What happened? So she'll say, "Where did you just come from?"
We were in a strange structure that had podiums and vines, and we came out of the building, and there were statues of us. We traveled along the road until we met some of your Inquisition.
She steps forward, towering over you since you're kneeling. Or at least she feels like she's towering over you. Her hands are at her side, and she says, "And what state were you in when you were in the tomb?"
We were healthy when we came out. There were no injuries.
So she just grabs your head, and you'll feel that wave shoot through you. Not only just kind of going back and forth through your body, but you'll feel like she tilts your head up and you gaze into her eyes, and you're enveloped for a moment. A ring of freshness around the outside of your vision. And so then she'll let go and say, "You may rise."
I will.
And then she'll go to you, Elados.
Yes.
Say, and as she steps in front of you, that little piece of you feel get a little bit smaller.
Does this feel bad?
It feels like, so this thing that's inside of you, I couldn't say you could put a good or bad. What it feels like is something inside of you is scared.
Okay.
And how you feel about it is up to you. But it's this thing that is riding inside of you is scared.
Okay.
Says, "What is your name?"
My name is Elados Delatic. I am of the Frosty Canyon. I was sent with them to see how we can utilize the cold.
As you say the Frosty Canyon, her eyes go wide. She says, "Elados, if that is you served in a particular order. What order was that?"
I will give a nervous glance over to my companions and say, Order of the Frosty?
When you look at me, I give you one nod. Proud, strong.
And she'll look at you and say, "How were you in the temple? Because when we left you there, you were in a state."
I don't mean to argue, but I believe that I did quite well in that fight. It was great, you know. I did wonderfully, and I was not hurt at all. And I feel fantastic.
So what she does is this. She looks down at you. You see with great swiftness, she grabs you by the throat, and you feel lifted up. And both you and her soar through the air to the nearest wall, at which point a rush of hot freshness from the throne soars past all of you and her and slams against you. You see this glow about her as she says, "I can feel it there, Elados." And she touches your head and pulls. And you'll all see and you'll feel as this thing inside of you screams its way out. Out of your mouth, it is pulled. And you'll all see this kind of amorphous, almost looks like a parasite in this light. Mm-hmm. And it begins to shrink, shrivel, and in her hand she clasps, and it disappears. And as you are there, you can feel, whatever connection that was lessen. But she is there radiating, and as this thing is pulled from you, the grip loosens, you float down, and she says, "You, Elados, were infected, and now you are free." And she looks back at all of you and says, "My champions have returned."
May I just ask, is it an infection if it only does good things?
Elados.
And she'll whip around and say, "Elados, we are always fresh, never frozen here. The freeze is never good."
Elados, remember, it's better here.
But
Elados,
do not question our queen.
this is not the place.
So Queen Wendy will raise a hand as you all speak, and she says, "When we found you beyond the beef gate, you four were frozen in blocks of ice."
Forgive my impertinence, my queen, but you simply left us?
"We tried what we could, dear Cranston." As she starts walking closer to you all, and Elados, you are free to move forward as well.
Slide down the hall like a greasy burger on the wall.
Yeah. And she'll say, "We tried what we could, but unfortunately, we could not find a way to unthaw you, and thought best to celebrate your deeds of stopping the freeze. Inter you there in the hopes that one day we may be able to do something."
But then something must have changed. Something must have happened to release us. Because we're here. No longer dry and chewy. We're hot and juicy again.
It sickens me to imagine that we once stood frozen.
Oh, and perish the thought.
She'll come over to you, Jules, and put a hand on you and say, "Fear not, Jules. Because as you all were my champions, look at the work of holy freshness, at what it did. You all ate such a diet of freshness that even frozen your meat remained fresh."
This is what I have been telling you, is that frozen is not as bad as we've all been saying it is.
No, Elados, you must have been exceptions.
I'm going to walk over to Elados. Not demonstratively, but I'm going to walk over to Elados and I'll lean in. "Elados, not here. Not now. Not in front of the queen."
If you had been infected like the irredeemable, then you would have been turned but to ash. And that is when she will realize, Holsteena, you had this man in your arms, right? So she'll look down.
She's been holding him in the crouch.
I just realized that she's been very focused. And she sees this man. And you can see that he is, being the tiniest little person, is trying to sink into you as best that he can. Like, he doesn't want to see Wendy. He doesn't want to see the throne. Something is harming him or not feeling good. And her eyes, widen up, and she says, I was blinded by the joy of you returning. I didn't notice that there was an unfortunate amongst us. Why is this one still alive? Or satiated?
There have been none that could give me a satisfying answer of what sciences or methods have been tried to cure this. I seek humbly just to understand.
Oh.
Killing a soldier of your army without doing everything we can to stop that it does not make sense to me.
The old Order of the Frosty, which is now defunct, they tried and failed, unfortunately. It was by your old order that we learned that there was nothing we could do. And unfortunately, it was also your order that helped spread the freeze again amongst the lands.
This
I take a step back from Elados.
this is blasphemy. This is not true. I can help this man.
My champions, back when, before all of this, you really were capable, in my eyes, of doing anything. I don't know if you can. And unfortunately, having you try might cause more problems than it would solve.
My queen, what are you saying?
The freeze is still present.
I thought we vanquished it.
You did for a time. And she'll, walk back up to the beefy throne and take a seat. And she'll wave, and you'll see as fries from the throne will slither on the ground and form chairs for all of you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And let's see here, she will also wave, and a table will be made by fries as well. That sounds fun. And, you'll take a seat if you would like, but she says, after you defeated the ice jester, which I would very much like to know what happened. Whatever did happen, there was a large explosion that was heard across the lands. Shards of the ice jester's palace scattered around. There was time where we needed to take care of enemy freeze monstrosities that arose. But there was a time of peace after that. We rounded it all up, and the refreshing began. And and there was an era of rebuilding, thank you. But unfortunately, after some time, and by acts of the Order of the Frosty, people started to go to the freeze, succumb to it again, try to wield it, and it caused problems that needed to be fixed by Freshtovia.
It doesn't seem as if anything has been fixed.
I assure you, my queen, when we made the last strike, we thought we had vanquished it. If it is not vanquished, we shall do it again. Send us on the way.
Does my order no longer exist?
Yes, Elados, that is correct. At this time, the Order of the Frosties no longer exists. You are the last one that we know of.
Are you still Wendy's kind of people?
How could you ask that?
It's a question that comes to the heart and the mind together.
I understand what you're saying, Cranston. I do not think this is for me to decide right now. May I be excused?
She says, "Why, yes, you may."
I stand up and storm out.
As he's walking, Elados, remember, it's better here.
I don't believe this is true.
And she'll look at all of you and say, "He will see with time."
Queen, we've been through quite an experience.
And together, the four of us, as the champions.
I'm certain that he will understand. I mean, he's lost his entire order. He followed this for his entire life. So, I mean, clearly, you understand. You're very forgiving to tolerate such an insolent display. But we shall speak with him.
I can go now.
She says, "Yes, it seems that the day may have worn on all of you and what ordeal that you went through. If you would like, you may leave for the evening and rest up. I have had the Inquisitor Jebediah set up rooms for you."
In the inn?
Within the castle here. We want our champions to
I stand up straighter.
be furnished in the best. Yes, you've been through enough, and you did a great thing for the kingdom of Freshtovia.
It was our honor, of course.
Absolutely.
Do you still have use for us? It'd be wonderful to hear that we could do more now that we've returned.
We are at your will, your beck and call, my queen.
As always, for freshness.
When you get to the door, do you just kind of bang it open?
Oh, yeah.
It's a long hall, so this you get to the end, and he's still
storming out.
As you, but boom, the doors slam open. And so she says, "Your return has come at a most desirable time, and fear not for Elados. He will see the ways of freshness fully. It is a lot that I just placed upon him, but he was not around for the sins of his order, so he shall not be held accountable for it."
My queen, what did happen to the Order of the Frosty?
They began to wield the freeze. They began to experiment with it, to do unholy things with it.
And the freeze overcame them?
Yes, unfortunately.
So the Order were heretics.
And the freeze killed them?
Yes.
Are there journals chronicling this?
Unfortunately, no. I and several others may be some of the last that were around for that time. Please, rest for the night. Food will be brought to you. If you wish, you can try our newest items. Since your time, we have added a breakfast menu.
Served all day, as always, my queen.
I believe so. Now, you are dismissed.
I'm going to dawdle and hold back.
I'm rushing after Elados.
Okay.
Jules?
And Jules?
Golly, I'm kind of a toady. I think I'm going to stick around the queen and just watch what you're talking about there, Cranston.
So I'll give a look at Jules, and I'll look at the queen, I'll look at Jules again, and then I will drop to both knees in front of the queen,
Oh.
lowering my head.
I feel like I shouldn't be watching this.
Lord, you just did in the like over a little bit.
Awkwardly. Could I roll a charms roll to see how awkwardly I'm standing there?
Give me a charms roll.
Okay, cool. 10.
That it's awkward
average.
enough. Yeah, it's not the worst, but
Cool.
yeah,
Good.
you're known.
Yeah.
Presence is known.
I was going to watch.
Cranston.
My queen, I am concerned. You said we were frozen. Does this mean that I am no longer fresh?
She says, "Banish the thought. You, Cranston, were, and I sure believe will be, one of our freshest nights."
Thank you, my queen. We shall endeavor to bring Elados back. As Dave said, there are 256 different ways. We will find one that works for him. We will bring him back to us.
As Dave has said. And then what do you do?
How you know?
If you don't do anything,
So is she close enough?
I mean, she's sitting at the throne. If you
All right,
walk,
am I close enough that I can lean forward from my bowed state and kiss her boot?
Fucking booty.
I didn't say lip. There will be no tongue.
no, but you could get the train of her
No, I'm
gown.
not doing that.
No,
All right,
it's
so
up several
I
steps.
stand up.
Uh-huh.
I give her the Wendy's symbol with my hands, and I turn and walk out.
So she'll just kind of like wave at you, wholly like.
Yep.
And she looks at you, Jules, and says, "Was there something you needed to say?"
And you.
No, my queen. I simply wanted to stay to support my friend. I share his sentiments, and I am honored to once again be able to serve her great freshness. I give her like a. I want to do something. What's cool? Like I give her like a head nod.
Nodding.
Bow. How about you
Yeah.
bow? How about you genuflect?
I'm gonna do the head nod.
The head nod again. Casual
Because
nod.
you're
Sup?
contrarian.
What's up?
You're just kind of roguey.
See, I'm trying to do a rogue thing. A rogue thing. I go like head up. I
It's
do
been
like my
50
chin.
years, but
You're gonna get your head chopped off.
This is a sign of respect. I raise my chin rapidly.
Very regally and with respect back, she will lift her chin.
See?
She
See?
slumps you back.
You all questioned me. I've just gained Wendy's respect. And then I follow Cranston.
Okay,
you do that run to catch up to me thing.
Totally.
as this is going on, Elados, you have slammed open the door. There's somebody that was like right near the door who kind of stumbles down several steps and catches himself and says, "Oh gosh!" And by that time, you're probably
A fucking clown.
It's
Goofy.
We gotta stop clowning on the Inquisition. Okay, what is
I'm a person, you know. Walks down the rest of the
spooky shoes?
I just need some oil in these boots. Anywho, that's happened. You're huffing and puffing out there. Swiftly behind you, you'll hear the stomping of boots, and Holsteena, you will pop out.
I'm gonna say, "Come with me. I know where we can speak." And then I'm gonna go to the underground ice place that we talked about previously.
The thing that you completely invented.
Ice cistern?
Yeah, the frosty sister.
Go into the where there used to be
Dave was
frosties.
nice enough to humor you with, and
Yeah.
now you're using as a mechanic in the game. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
This is
you should all
fine.
learn from me.
This
This
is
is really
fine.
good strategy.
And then I firmly march us through the door that's right next to us.
The door says, "Do not go in here."
Yeah.
Ice frosty cistern closed.
Holsteena busting through.
So Holsteena, you burst through a door, dragging behind you.
I'm still got my guy, so I'm not dragging anybody.
Yeah, you
Like,
still,
we're training him in.
you still got your man. That's right. She kind of forgot about him. Okay, cool. Anywho,
So you're still carrying
yeah, so you're still carrying
Are you
tiny,
Bjorning him? What do you
I'm holding him like this.
which is pinched by the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, very tiny.
I follow.
Yeah. So you do know the way to the ice cistern. That's fine.
Just let's use that door.
They have to keep the frosty somewhere.
Right, yeah.
And you will go down and down, and the air temperature gets slightly cooler, but not anything below body temp. And by the time you get to the cistern, what you're looking at is a completely empty hole in the ground.
Perfect.
There is no frosty in there. You can't see the bottom of it. It just echoes in here as you stomp along, and it smells like old ancient milk. Like not enough that it smells like rotten milk in the moment, but like when you breathe, the very far back of your sensations, you're like, yeah, there's a hint of fold milk there.
Okay.
Just enough that you taste it a little bit.
All right. I'm gonna set this dude down.
Are you still carrying that guy?
Yeah.
He's tiny.
I
He's
put him
negligible.
down for the first time in 2 sessions. Thank you. I'm gonna turn to Elados. I'm gonna say the thing within you that she removed, it was helping him.
Yes.
She must be wrong.
It was the sound of a soda opening. You're gonna fucking crucify a guy over this?
Everyone did really just.
You just talked over the soda. Oh, Coke Zero. Oh, refreshing. Served now at Wendy's.
I'm not
Absolutely
really sure.
not.
I don't know.
Coke Zero is the best soda substitute.
I agree. Coca-Cola Zero, sponsor
God.
us.
It tastes just like regular Coke.
It
No
tastes
spawn,
like
no
regular
spawn,
Coke.
no spawn.
It's so delicious in the cool.
I would be
red
spawned
and
by
black
them because
can.
then I would get Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but we have not been spawned.
I would like a little polar bear hat.
I would sell out to Coca-Cola so fast. I'd teach a class at the school that was just like Coca-Cola
This guy
appreciation.
is such a fucking bootlicker,
Dude,
in
I
every
love-
aspect of his life.
Do you have any idea how much I love authority and rules? I'm obsessed with them. Probably because I lacked structure in my early life.
Well, then you should open your soda in the kitchen next time.
Okay,
Ooh.
yes ma'am.
So I'm gonna say, I don't know where I was.
So you're down to the
The
cistern.
beginning.
I'm gonna start over.
Okay.
I think I had just begun speaking. Elados, we know that the thing within you healed this man.
Yes.
Not completely, but at least partially. I think we have to find a record of the trials that the Order of the Frosty were doing.
When a government commits a genocide, there is not usually a record of this. Can you think of any times that this has happened before?
I asked her what killed them, and she said it was their experimentations with the freeze.
Yes. People can lie. There is no way that I'm going to be allowed to stay alive.
That's not acceptable. You fought with us all that time. You're a part of the team. We're not going to just let her kill you.
This nation is... I mean, look where we're standing now. This should have Frosties. This should have ice.
Of course it should. This is a bastardization. This is wrong.
What has happened here?
Something horrible. We need more information, but I don't know that we're going to get the... It's treason to even speak like this, but I don't think we're going to get the whole story from her.
Of course not. If I am to speak frankly, I would like to say that we should go to my hometown. Perhaps we can find some evidence of what happened.
There's a chance that Wendy does trust you, and that if she does let us leave of our own will, then we can go there. But if you leave, I worry that she would... I don't know that if Cranston was ordered to go after you, what he would do. I don't know.
He is an honorable man. He would kill me.
And that would crush him.
Elados, as you are talking, and you kind of look over back into the cistern, and just you have a flash of memory of the time before, maybe kids sneaking down in here and swimming in the frosty pools.
It's so hot out there.
It's a purified. This is just where it's held. It's not the purified end product. This is the cistern.
This is where it collected.
It's
Raw
That's what
frosty.
cisterns do.
It's raw
Raw.
frosty. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the sweetest, like the Slurm Queen.
There
Yeah.
was a phase where people were drinking raw frosty, but it was getting too many people sick.
Yeah, you can't drink the squishy syrup straight.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
not good. And you think back to, Wendy staring you down and, from as far as you can tell, destroying that little fragment of frost in you.
I feel it missing.
There is now a tiny little voice in your head that says, "Here, hurt, resting."
It is still with me.
The frost?
This is a part of me now, I believe.
I think it's a good part of you. I believe that. I think we have to play the game and see where it takes us. We can't just act without thinking.
If she continues to think that I am infected, then what?
She thought that she destroyed it before. She won't check again.
Let us hope.
We have to deal with this man. Your frost is too weak to help now.
I do not. I can try.
So, you attempt to summon the frost. What you notice is that part of you, that fragment, that it's still, you can now feel just a little speck of it. But as you go to summon the frosty freeze magic, you realize that you can still summon about the same strength as you could before.
Okay.
Something about whatever this fragment inside of you has connected you to the freeze. It has opened a connection, but whatever it could have done before, it can't now.
Okay.
You're not sure for how long.
Okay. I do not think I can help this man now. But what do we do? Do we leave him here? He will be killed if we take him back. If Cranston would kill him.
If we leave him the way he is, he'll turn into one of those things from the cabin.
You'll hear the man very, very smallly.
Cold! I want to look at the wound. Has it spread at all?
You'll notice that it does look a little worse. The cold is spreading.
I do not know what to do.
No. I think if we keep parading him around, it's just going to cause more waves.
I am not going to kill this man. Thank you for talking to me. Do what you need to do. And I will turn my back and start walking up the stairs slowly.
I guess I'm going to kill this guy.
No?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what else to do.
Good.
So, he'll grow back to normal size, so he's a full-grown man.
Can I just okay, moving on. Can I coup de grace him?
Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of, laying there, and as you come up, I mean, he's just kind of in the healing process so much of he's been wounded recently.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Just lying there defenseless and,
Yeah.
crying.
I'm going to say, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to kill him with my... I'm not going to beat him to death.
With my bare hands, I just start punching and punching.
My only weapon is a frying pan.
That's how you're gonna kill him, man.
what he does is as you raise your frying pan...
No, I don't kill him with a frying pan.
As you go to end this man...
I don't know what I'm going to do. Yeah.
He will look up at you and say, "Thank you.
Okay.
I will return to Freshness, and you will have done a good deed."
May you find a hot and fresh place beyond this. And then I'll just snap his neck.
Yay! Great job, Lady Niles.
Get an experience point.
And then I'm like,
That's probably level up, right?
Yeah, you level up off of the sadness.
Of killing
and then I guess I'll carry this dude back up the stairs.
There's a cistern there.
Just throw him in there. They're not gonna use it for anything anytime soon.
So
No.
the man has famished in your arms.
Yeah, okay.
Your hands.
I take his famished... Can I say corpse?
Yeah.
Yep.
His famished wrapper back up the stairs.
Yeah. So,
How do you know he was a rapper?
He had a gold chain that said Lil... I don't know, Dicky. That's a guy, right?
that's a guy.
That's a guy.
Somebody already. That wasn't Little Dicky.
That's a
That was Little
sponsorship.
Dicky. I just killed Little Dicky. Or I just famished Little Dicky.
But it's little spelled out for legal reasons.
Little.
Little.
Okay, so Elados, you head back up in time as you're coming out of the door to see Cranston, Tater, and Jules Leotard coming out of the Queen's chamber. You guys, it takes a while to walk out of there, as I said.
This is like a mile long.
The longest hallway.
It is.
Is this a moving walkway? Moving against us? How is it taking so long?
Jules, in my life, I have always chosen fresh. I've chosen Wendy.
You've chosen well. Cranston, as have I.
I think so. I can't believe that Elados, even with his heretical words, has gone to the other side. We need to find him and see what tastes right.
I still have trust in Elados. He's always been, as part of the Order of the Frosty, it's been impressive to me that Wendy has ever tolerated it. There must be something good in the work they were doing. Now, the fact that he won't believe her words, any good group can turn to evil and misuse powers that they've found. I don't believe that Elados is guilty of this, though.
No. And he knows we're at Wendy's. He chose wisely.
Yes.
I say at this point we find him.
We're back home, and I only wish that he could enjoy this with us.
So, you guys are coming down the steps.
Oh, I also turned and said, did you see how she turned her chin up? Did you see how she nodded at me?
I did. Good job.
That was pretty cool, right?
Yep.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Roguish ways.
Cool, thanks. Sorry, Dave.
Elados, you'll exit out first. As you're walking up the steps that are also long to get back out of this secret path of plot's length, of distance, you are thinking back and thinking about her words and thinking about what you remember of your work with the Order. Now, what you remember is that Freshovia has always been for education, for knowledge. And what your Order was doing was studying the freeze. And you did have colleagues that mentioned uses for the freeze, conjecturally. Just, your scientists talking to one another. Wizards talking to one another. Anywho, discussing possibilities.
Science wizards.
Yes. Something that, if overheard by, say, Queen Wendy herself, would probably be questioned, but not anything that would be punished necessarily, not for conjecture. And that you came up with a number of concepts. I mean, there were Frosties sold, so there was an aspect of the freeze present. It's pretty confusing, like what could have happened, what your Order could have done.
The strangest part is, what do they're French fries in now?
You do not on the street see anybody dipping fries into Frosties.
Or what do they dip their fries into?
Soda.
Oh, that's the worst thing you could have possibly said.
Potentially Coke Zero.
And at that moment, Holsteena then walks up behind you, and you notice, hey, there's Cranston and Jules walking down. Jules and Cranston, as you're talking about things, you notice, hey, there's by a door. Elados.
Oh, by a door! It's so good to see you.
Can I hand this dead guy to the next soldier that walks by?
Hey, I'm back! What do you got? Oh, this is a dead body!
I found oil for my shoes!
They don't squeak anymore. Squeak.
Well, I wanted to talk to Elados, but when Holsteena brings him up, what happened? Lady.
He's dead.
He died. He succumbed to the freeze. We need to stop this.
I agree.
We need to fix this. We are the champions. Are we not? No
For
matter
now
what
and
is
for
said,
always.
Elados, you choose fresh, right?
I choose not to answer that question right now.
So mostly you chose fresh. All right, I'm good with that.
And let's just assume that he's choosing fresh for now. Cranston.
Very
Clearly
good.
he's been shaken
I mean,
up.
the champions, we're together. We can fix anything. There are 256 different ways. We can find one that works.
I mean, with the breakfast menu, there's probably a lot more now.
This is true.
On that note, you will see, walking up to you, passing the guy carrying the corpse over to the pyres.
The pyres?
Just have fires in town? Oh shit!
Well, you see pyres in the distance.
Where they're disposing of all the corpses. The scene is very different than what I imagined.
Hi, Inquisitor Jebediah. I fixed my boots. And he walks off.
My friends, did you notice the change to the throat? I mean, that wasn't a quarter pound. That wasn't a half pound. I think it was more than 3/4 of a pound.
Easily.
And the fries at the base, they look like they may have come from the forest.
Okay. Cranston, since you are looking at things for what seems to be the first time, I would like
The
you to look
throne
around.
did not look like that when we left.
You are correct. Look around and see what people are dipping their fries in.
Well, into fry. What?
Boy, I do love soggy fries.
Ew.
Someone walked by.
I don't understand. But the cistern, and I run to the store, and I'm gonna run down to the cistern.
Right down to the cistern. No! You hear resonating up from a distance through this to the cistern, and then you run back, Cranston.
No, I walk back up,
You walk-
head dropped. I come out. It's empty. There's only the smell of ancient milk.
And secrets.
Did you smell secrets? I did not smell secrets, but I'm certain there must be. We need to figure this out.
I give Lady Knight Holsteena a sidelong glance and go, yes, there are many secrets.
Okay, I think I've waited long enough. Hey, hello, champions.
Who is this?
Jebediah.
Oh, hi, Jebediah. Wow.
You are back now.
Yes, sorry, I was
Did you burn that guy?
What?
The other one burnt him.
Oh,
What?
the other man burned that guy.
Burned who?
This is what they do in towns. They burn the dead bodies now.
Inquisitor Ryan is taking, not Ryan, sorry, Aaron is taking the body of the deceased.
But I understand. I mean, hot and juicy, not burnt to a crisp. I don't understand.
Cranston, the man had succumbed to the freeze.
Yes, but
He
we've
needed
always
to be
kept them
disposed of.
hot and juicy, not burnt.
The corpses?
We need to return
Yes.
them to Freshness.
Yes, this is what I'm trying to promote here. But bear with me.
Like under a heating lamp, just a bunch of dead bodies
You
under
put
a
them on a
heating lamp.
spit.
Yeah, just keep them dripping
They go
juices.
into the
Eat
ground
them.
hot and juicy.
Okay. Cranston, can we just think about this for a minute?
All right. So do all dogs when they disappear go to farms?
They all, yes,
Yes,
Cranston.
that's
Yes,
true. That's
yes,
very
Yes,
true.
all of your dogs went to
Yes,
farms.
they do. They do.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
Jebediah.
go
There's the
to
thought.
farms.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes, there's one farm for anywho.
Inquisitor Jebediah, you have news
Maybe
for
we
us.
can visit someday.
What news for us?
Yes, we have prepared your lodgings for your resting. It is morning, so if you want to rest for the day, you may. Breakfast is being served. That's been served all day.
I do want to
believe.
try that. Wendy herself invited us to breakfast. The new menu, as it were.
Yes, shall I just bring you a smattering of it all?
I think we can find the inn, can we not? It
We had-
is still where it used to be,
Yes, it's
east of Dave's statue.
Yes, it's gotten a bit bigger now. It's either east or west of it. I don't pay attention to directions.
I would honestly. This has been a really rough day for all of us. Wouldn't it be best if maybe we just turned in for the night and got a nice
is
sampler
morning.
platter come?
It's morning and I haven't eaten.
What?
And there's a new breakfast menu.
Maybe I should open my fucking ears, huh?
There are things to try.
Things to try.
There are. I intend to do what tastes right. Will you join me, my companions?
Sure.
Walking through town.
Jules,
towards-
Holsteena, you coming?
Oh yeah, I can't wait. Honestly, I hope they have like a maple sauce of some sort.
Sauce?
Like a maple sauce. What do you call maple? The stuff you put on pancakes.
Oh, this is another conversation.
Maple sauce. I'm just trying to make a fun joke. I'm just trying to have fun with my friends.
You could do it better.
You're right. I'll try harder in the future.
Thank you.
I hope they have maple sauce.
For breakfast. We're going with it.
So, tromping along through town. What you'll notice going through town that's a little bit different, most of the people walking back and forth, you're going to see that mix of people with kind of boxes that they're carrying.
That's
or
right, yeah.
tied along with like straps to their back, just kind of running back and forth. You'll see Wendy's bags in those boxes as they're running back and forth. They zip around you all, so if you just walk forward, none of them, if they get in your path, they're not even gonna worry about you being walked into. Very efficient. You'll also notice that the rest of the people walking around are definitely more of the manager and supervisor type. You'll notice the
restaurant's top heavy now?
Yes, you'll notice that around the Freshtovian streets, it's mostly the people that would be running the inns, the restaurants, the farms, things like that. You know, managers and supervisors, things like that. The perfectly reasonable stuff, Mike. You're laughing. I don't know why. It's perfectly anywho. And you'll see them walking about, you know, oh, honey, I sure do love dipping my fries in soda like normal people. Like good, well-to-do, normal folk of Freshtovia. Fry dipping.
Every time this happens, Elados gags again.
You will also notice some of those people walking along dipping something else, and it looks like, you know, a piece of bread that has been, you know, fried a bit. There's a powdery, sugary substance on the outside, dipping into, by the smell of it, a maple-flavored
Don't you
Kind
fucking
of
do it.
potion or something
No.
gooey.
We know what dipping sauce is.
Yes.
It is a dipping sauce.
We do know what
It's like
dipping
a
sauce is.
dipping sauce that is like
Even
pretty
in
sad.
our
It's a
time,
sweet
there was
one.
dipping sauce.
Yeah.
The most that you would have known about before is a sweet and sour one, but not just a sweet
Wendy's
one.
have a sweet and sour sauce?
Well, they do
I
have
think
ketchup
so.
packets, and they can go bad.
To be
Makes them both
honest,
sweet and sour.
to be honest, I just kind of assumed that by now everyone has like a sweet and sour sauce.
I think that Wendy's might actually be kind of more traditional in their
They
sauce.
just
Why
have
not?
burgers and like, I don't know. What would you put, what Wendy's item would go in the sweet
I mean,
and
sweet and
sour
sour
sauce?
sauce is good. Chicken nugget, they make chicken nuggets.
You would not put a chicken nugget, not at Wendy's.
Yeah, I mean, at McDonald's you would, but that's blasphemy. At Wendy's, I think you dip it into a ranch.
The Paper King has no place here.
I'm completely uncertain.
So apparently they discontinued the sweet and sour sauce, and right now you can go on change.org and you can sign a petition to see. To
So
get them to
again,
bring it
that's
back.
it. So we do remember the sweet and sour
when
sauce,
did
and
they?
it's
Yes.
gone.
Yes. So
I don't know. It doesn't. Say.
It doesn't matter. It was
doesn't
between the time we were frozen and today.
the
so-
point is you do remember
We
a
do
sweet
remember
and
a
sour
sauce.
but it's not here anymore.
Now it's only sweet.
It's just a sweet sauce.
just sweet. They've taken the sour from
Do we
it.
have guys down the alleyways going, "Shh, hey, come here, buddy. We're trying to get the sweet and sour sauce. Sign the petition for Queen Wendy."
Inquisitioners!
You're passing by a town crier, and Queen Wendy has taken from us the sour of the sauce. We need it back.
If I see a fucking town crier besmirching my queen, he's going right under the cistern.
Inquisitors, get him!
You'll see that you all look up and you look angry at him. He says, "I'm not saying anything bad about Queen Wendy. I just wish I had sauce."
Okay,
I,
that's
I
reasonable.
pull out a pen.
Thank you for signing my petition. I'm the town crier, Peter.
Yes, Peter.
I cry a lot because I don't have my sauce.
I like that you looked at the list to say the name Peter.
I'm using my list. I don't want to come up with a stupid name.
Yes!
Okay, so anyway, so the town crier you passed, thank you for signing his petition, Mike. You get bonus points in my mind for that. You go, and you will see Wendy's Inn and Restaurant. It is the same as you remember it, except much bigger. Now there's like 3 more stories of it for people to come and eat, and you will see several doors of those people with the boxes and the bags running in and out of.
All right, I'll buy Jebediah. What are those people doing?
They're delivering.
People can't just go on their own to the establishment?
Well, this just is more efficient. Then they can stick with their work. More people can stick to their work. They can work for the Inquisition. I mean, this is something we need the supplies for. Now is not a time for inefficiency.
And I also have noticed, Inquisitor Jebediah, that everyone in town appears to be management.
They all have little management patches.
And so he'll look around, and he says, "Well, yes. I mean, I suppose you are correct. It's mostly, I guess, managerial staff here,
And what happened? What happened to the workers?
they're working in the fields. They're out producing the food that helps keep the Inquisition.
You know what we are asking. Who's cooking the burgers?
And serving the burgers. I mean, they still remain hot and fresh,
Oh,
not dry and
Yes.
chewy.
We get meat out of the ground? Is that what's going on in this cannon?
Yes.
no, well, no.
They come off with the meat trees.
This is just me asking the lore.
Oh no.
How do we
they-
harvest
there's
meat?
cows.
Dairy farms?
Do they
cows.
slaughter
Wait.
cows in
They
this world?
slaughter
Yes,
cows.
They,
Good.
They slaughter
Okay.
a
They
lot
slaughter
of cows.
dairy cows? 'Cause dairy cows and beef cows are two different things.
They
Not
don't
in
need
this
the-
world.
Hold on. They don't need the dairy cows anymore because there are no more Frosties.
Oh, get
Cheese.
fucked, Cranston.
Yeah, what else
But
did
they
you
do-
care?
okay, here we go. I'm gonna
Jeez.
make the call. These are very specific for Strovian cows that have been bred to be both dairy cows and beef cows.
Thank you
They
for
are
clearing
the
this up.
perfect bovine creature.
And at the simplest level, they eat square meals every day.
They do. They eat hot and fresh food every day.
Do they eat the
eat-
burgers?
No, that would be ridiculous.
Yes, it's a whole system of how you beef up the beef.
That's how you get mad cow disease. Okay, you know what? It's
Yes,
fantasy.
this
We have
is
to
fucked
suspend-
up.
We have to suspend our disbelief. We were raised in this. It's normal to us.
I imagine that the cows also, they probably love being slaughtered. They come and they're like, please eat me! Somebody
Get
eat
this
me!
shit out of here!
Yeah, get all this meat out of my body! It's so delicious!
I'm here
Here's
to
the beef.
Please send me to Holy Freshness.
Yeah.
I wish to be eaten.
They talk.
Yes. I know when I was tending the Fry Forest, they had the chickens eat burgers and the cattle eat the chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
That's why the cows got so large.
Yeah, sometimes they just eat the whole chicken.
They eat just live raw chicken.
Live raw
This
chicken.
is
Chicken
normal
nuggets.
to us and
Okay.
accepted.
This is all good.
Yes, this is normal and accepted to those of you who grew up here.
There are only two types of animals in this world. There are cows and there are chickens, and sometimes they eat each other. Okay?
Well,
Wait,
there
there's
is,
pigs too with bacon. Sorry.
There's pigs as well, and sometimes they all eat each other.
could-
This is just the circle of life.
Oh,
The square of
the
life.
chicken eats the cow eats the pig eats the chicken.
And you put the bag of grain on the boat, and then cross the river.
I don't care.
Having too
I
much
choose
fun.
fresh, and I want breakfast.
Yes.
Yeah.
After discussing, how the process of where the beef comes from.
Yeah, what do you eat, Jules? Like an ice cube? This guy, questioning our
Elados?
ways.
You mean Elados?
I'm Jules.
Your name is Jules.
Maybe Coca-Cola Zero's bad.
So you have all forgotten about the fish sandwich. This is what I mostly eat.
No, we
the hell
caught
is a
that
fish?
at the beginning.
No, there's fish.
It is back now.
We caught, it's like 3-breast sturgeon. We've gotten them before.
3 breasts still.
Yes, the 3 square breasts.
From Total Recall.
You don't. No,
We're gonna
you
hard
don't
cut
remember.
back to you guys in the fishing
Fishing contest.
competition.
Yeah, I remember that.
Catching
Oh, yeah.
the
Right.
fish that are in the perfect play
square.
form.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We are.
Now, you come back to the present, and Jebediah says, "Yeah, it's right here. You all just kind of had a glazed look." So feel free to have breakfast. My men will wait out here to take you to your quarters, and I believe the queen will send word when she wishes to speak with you.
Inquisitor Jebediah, I know where the palace is, and I know where we're eating. I'm quite certain that the 4 of us, champions of the realm, could make our way back to the castle without wasting the time of these good fellow... Are you all Inquisitors?
Yeah, I'm an Inquisitor. Yeah, we're all part of the Inquisition.
Yes, Cranston, they have been sent here to hang out with us.
Oh.
For no devious means at all.
Oh, well, join us for breakfast then. Come on, let's go.
Damn it.
Yeah, we'll join you. Yeah, I haven't eaten yet. That sounds good.
I do require information on something.
Oh, what is that?
I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah.
Have you heard of any genocides that might have happened?
That is not what I was
This guy and his genocides.
Of the salad family. How do they fare?
The salad family, like the salad families of like the main salad producers for Frestovia?
It's been a long time since I've been here. When I left, that was not the case, but perhaps Crew and Ton and Caesar?
Well, yes, I mean, Crew and Ton, I mean, they run salad farms. I mean, there's multiple farms across Frestovia that they manage. I know that I've seen their names on reports for the Queen, but I think I don't know when or how, but I'm pretty sure Caesar passed some time ago.
Where is the salad farm now? Where can I find Crew and Ton?
Let me see. And so he will describe to you. He says, well, several of the farms are here, and here.
The main farm.
The main farm is located over in this section of Freshovia, over near Fort Baconator. And it's the same spot that, you raised them.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna go sit down and look at a wall for a little bit.
Yeah, so you'll all go into Wendy's, and it's packed in here. I mean, you'll see definitely people, running in and out, making deliveries, but there are, the seats are pretty full this morning. A lot of people talking business talk about production, about, how much lettuce is being produced versus how much they were able to harvest from the French fry forest. Cranston, you'll actually overhear somebody talking about, oh man, well, I wish, they're not as good as the old fries, but they're still pretty good.
So, who's saying that?
It's an old man. Just a really grumbly old man.
Kill him.
Kick the shit out of this old dude, Cranston.
Jules, hold my place in line.
You got it, bud.
So I'm going to walk over to the old man.
You see, by the way, behind the counter, several, maybe a dozen people from all the different ordering stations just frantically running about, taking orders, going to the back, sending orders.
Are they managers or are these actual workers?
These are workers.
Okay.
Yeah, they're working as efficiently as they can. So, Cranston.
So I'll go over to the old man. Sir, you speak ill of the fries. Who makes the fries these days? You said they're not as good as the old ones, and the old ones were fantastic. They were made with love.
Yes, I mean, back when I was a young boy, the fries they were different. They were better. Back when what were they, Francis? What were they called? It was Tater farms, right?
Yes, the Tater farms, absolutely harvested with love.
Yes,
I spoke incorrectly before.
Yes, they did. At least I remember the fries being very good.
What happened to the Taters?
He says, well, I mean, one of the casualties of the freeze in the Inquisition.
All the Taters?
He says, well, yeah, the freeze went through there. I mean, this was a long time ago. Freeze went through there, and the Inquisition went and tried to do its best it could, but it couldn't save all the Taters. And then, Spud's Farms came in, and, they had to acquire what land they could, but I know the main Spud's Farm was destroyed pretty well. I'm kind of a history buff myself.
Now, was Spud's a competitor?
Yeah, they were a low-end competitor. They really didn't ever break when Tater Farms was going.
And you say the Spud's Farm is still in existence, but there is no Tater Farm left?
Oh, no Tater Farm. Now everything's, Spud's is the biggest producer. You got some smaller artisanal potato creators, but, I mean, it all goes through the same oil. That's what they say.
I love that piece of world building. I just had to throw that out there. I really appreciate that. It all goes to the same oil.
Yeah, that's actually a really good saying.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you. I mean, I like to think sometimes I come up with good things.
Champions?
You shout out over the crowd, and everybody
Exactly.
stops and kind of looks at you for a moment.
I no longer have a stomach for breakfast. I need to go to the French fry forest. And I walk out.
Yeah.
Wait, I follow.
I look to Jules.
I was really hoping to try that breakfast. Everybody's.
This is such a good breakfast menu.
Yeah.
As you guys are
Should we grab
looking
croissants
around,
before we
But
go?
yeah.
Okay.
yeah, you guys, your mouths are watering as you see all of the, mostly it's that sweet sauce.
Oh boy.
The dipping sauce.
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask as I am I notice Cranston leaves. What's going on? Where's he going?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
He just yelled he's going to the forest.
Did we overhear any of this conversation with the old man exposition?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys were all standing near-ish each other, sure. I mean, unless you were actively not paying attention to him, but...
He must think that something's happened to. I mean, he knows something happened to the farms. It seems like a number of you keep forgetting that we've been gone 50 years and a lot has changed. And I'm also very sorry for your loss, Lady Knight Holsteena. But we need to adapt to this damn world that we find ourselves in. Damn it, I say.
I'm going to grab the food from the old man.
Okay, hey, what are you doing? That's free. You just gotta go get it. Well, it's
And
not
I'm going
free.
to,
He says, hey, go get your own food.
And I'm gonna run after Cranston.
Okay, so you grab his food. Damn youngins. He says, let me have yours, Francis. And he'll take
Yeah.
his.
It makes me nervous to be separated from the four because we spent the last year together. Basically.
Yeah, we definitely need to follow after them.
Yeah.
Well, 50 plus a year.
Well, I mean, we weren't awake for that
I
part,
know.
so thank you for clarifying.
Just do what I did. Just steal somebody else's food. What is they gonna do? Fight us?
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, you look like the champion. That's right. I'm a history buff. I should recognize
Oh yeah,
that.
that's me. Good to see you.
Hey, wait a minute.
In
This is...
conclusion, I think we all follow Cranston.
Okay.
I think we all follow Cranston.
Cranston, my question to you is your objective to beeline towards the farm?
My farm.
Okay.
Absolutely. The Tater farm.
Excellent. So, you all follow Cranston out. Cranston, you're looking around. You're gonna see a little troop of inquisitors working with some horses. What is it? Grooming them for the day, getting them
With
ready.
horses.
Yeah,
Are they
with
normal horses?
Or they-
Yeah, they're
they beef
normal horses.
There's
Yeah.
another animal. Okay, is
What does
this
this
what the
eat?
burgers
We
are made?
know that there are horses.
Yeah, you guys know there's horses.
Okay, but it's a bit, Barry. We're just doing a
Cranston,
bit.
Cranston, stop.
What?
Where do you think you are going?
I am going to go find out what happened to my kin.
Right now?
Yes.
It's going to take so long to get there.
Not if we take those horses.
Should we not at least tell Queen Wendy that we're going?
We have the day. I wasn't going to bed. Were you?
No.
I was getting breakfast and continuing.
What is the length of the journey that we'd estimate? That's
It's
a crazy
not
question.
long.
Yeah.
A few hours on horseback.
Is that true?
Yes, it would
Okay.
be maybe and even not a few hours. I mean, towards that, you'd honestly be under
would
an
know.
hour.
Oh, sick.
Your farm wasn't. Well, actually, yeah. Your farm was on the outer edge of
That's actually entirely reasonable.
Yeah, we
I
know this land. We would know that.
misunderstood, Cranston. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Why is it that we will go to his family and see his shit, but...
Your shit's further away. Plus, Wendy already told us all
How
your
far
friends
is
are
it to
dead.
Frosty?
To Frosty?
To Frosty Town. I don't know what it's
To
called.
Frostyburg, to Frosty Canyon, to Frostyburg. That is more like a day's ride.
So I will walk up to the inquisitors that are taking care of the horses.
Yeah, you're a good horse. Yeah.
All right.
Good horse.
So I'll walk up. You there. Saddle him. I will be taking him now. Saddle 3 more. My champions will be coming with me.
Jebediah's running and he's halfway there. He's like, it's fine. Let him take the horses. They're fine. I haven't put the word around yet.
I love that we have this PA who's just taking care of stuff for us.
Honestly, pretty good guy.
He's good. He's good.
Jebediah, did you happen to grab us any breakfast while you were in there?
I'm eating half of an old sandwich.
He's like, No, I was in line and then you guys ran out.
That's okay. You gotta be fast on the draw with us. Like we work fast.
It's like, okay,
Thank you, Jebediah. You're doing a great job.
It wasn't that good.
I'm confused. I've been
We've gotta build this guy up. I'm good cop.
Can you just get some coffee while we're getting our horses together? Thank you.
He says, well, I mean, you are the champions of Freshtovia, so yes, I can get you some coffee. And he points to one of the Inquisitors and says, you, 4 coffees, go. Oh, man! And he goes off.
These little, like, bumbling
Squeak,
fools.
As soon as the saddle is on
Yeah,
and he
so-
steps away, my friends, we ride.
I had a coffee coming.
Yes, can we wait for the coffee, please?
Alright, I got you guys' coffee. Nobody told me any instructions, so it's black coffee. Here's some cream and sugar.
Amateurs.
Just clean. Okay.
Yes, yes. Sorry, it's not my normal job.
I'll take a coffee.
You all get your coffee.
I drink it black.
It has a nice little warning on top of the plastic top, because there's plastic that says, hot caution. You
Nice.
know, it's there.
Yes.
So there's rubber trees?
Get fucked.
Over to a David Attenborough-esque little cutaway.
Here are the lid
The
trees.
Freshtovians use these lid trees that grow lids perfectly for the cup trees next to it that grow harmoniously.
They're like cork. And you just slice the lids off, or else the tree will fall over from excessive weight.
Yes, this is my apprentice. He is correct. That is how this works.
I'm little Davey Attenborough.
It's just him, but Whoopi.
I was grown in a lab. Every day is agony.
My bones are squished.
I'm sorry to say that one, folks, popped out of turn. Looks like we gotta go back to the drawing board. Let's find out next week when we talk about cloning.
Gonna need another Davey.
Back to the present. Is that sufficient? Cup and lid trees?
Yes, I'm
Thank you.
sorry. I'm so fucking sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you for indulging us, Dave.
You're welcome. That was hilarious.
I don't have time to drink my coffee, so I'll stick it in the horse cup holder and we'll drive.
There's a horse cup holder. Yes, and there's a little flap on the cup to make sure it's covered. Perfect. So you'll mount up, and Jebediah says, please be back by evening.
We're good. We're good on the horse noises.
Be back by nightfall. That's what he shouts out.
Thank you, Jebediah. We'll need dinner.
I think he said something about going to see basketball.
Yeah.
He talks a lot.
Yes. But that guy he works real hard.
He doesn't really. I mean,
No.
he just kind of walked behind us.
And he did tell somebody else to go get the coffee.
Somebody needs to manage other people. Like, clearly management's a big thing in the city now. I'm trying to integrate with the society.
My friends focus. We have no idea what we will come upon in the French Fry Forest.
Oh yeah, Cranston. Like, this is kind of bad, right? Your company's been out-competed by another farm?
That is not what I was told. What I was told is they were destroyed in the freeze.
Oh, that's much worse.
I'm glad you understand Jules' ride.
Callum!
Glad you understand. So, you ride hard towards Tater Farms.
Mm-hmm.
The closer you get, the more dread you are filled with.
That just spurs me on even harder.
There
If the
are...
horse is not going fast enough, I'm spilling coffee on its ass.
You're passing by as you get closer. You know that there were always little outer farms farther away from the forest that
Right.
still grew, the French fries. But as you're seeing, they're all now, Spud's farm. They all have the Spud's logo. And
It is a dog.
Yes. Then about a mile and a half away from your Tater Farms, you know that you're cresting a hill that you'll be able to see down and see it. You'll notice that the farms have dispersed. There's no actual farming out here. You'll see a few, wild fries blowing in the wind. And as you crest the hill, you are looking down And at first you see Tater Farms. Everything is pristine and beautiful. You see your brothers running about, doing their business. And your sister stands at the doorway, sees you in the distance and waves as she always did.
You guys are going to see me wave.
And you begin to wave, and all of you see Cranston, probably a tear coming down his eye as he's waving at a farm that has been burnt down. The ground going up to the forest edge and up towards the hill, all the good land is just brown, lifeless, looks like it's been salted. And Cranston, that vision fades and you're now seeing your farm destroyed.
I ride harder. I ride to what's left of the homestead. Tears flowing from my eyes.
And every beat of the hoof, you are hoping to just
trying to pick up speed.
Try to be sent back. Just
somebody must have survived.
You're passing by, places that you knew, workers would be, where they would be working every day, waving to you.
My first plant, my first field. Was a good harvest.
None of them there. You all see him ride up into the middle of this home, once a home. And the only thing you see of note that you remember is in some dust. You have to hop off your horse and you find a old portrait, dusted over with ash that you're able to, sweep off, that has this fire burnt around the edges. And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Oh no!
Thank you for joining us on another NCRP Productions podcast. We couldn't do this without you, so please like and subscribe everywhere we're found, including YouTube, Facebook, Anchor, Google, Apple, Spotify, and other great podcast sites. If you'd like to help us continue making more content, we'd love to have your support on our Patreon. And if you have any feedback for us, please feel free to comment on our podcasts or email us directly at ncrpproductions@gmail.com. And we'd like to give a special shout out to our current patrons, our Seegson Employees of the Month, FS, Michael H, Michael P, and our Breaker of Seals, the Jones, Frank H, Christopher C, Matthew K, and the Lab. Trademarked. Thank you all. We truly, truly appreciate it.